Hello, Pisces. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of April 27th, 2025. I have set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising placement, then this reading is most likely for you. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and just come back here and watch the video for the tarot card of the week for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my friends, this is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore it's possible some messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And hey, look, if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is intended for another Piscean watching. So just take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a live Zoom face-to-face tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Pisces collective now for the week of April 27, 2025. What is their tarot card for the week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Tarot card of the week, my darling. Strength. Where do you find your inner strength? Where do you find your inner strength? Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. So there's a situation in your life that's asking you to look within. Maybe you need to do something different or think differently. Or, strength can also talk about courage and perseverance to move in a particular direction. Tell me more about this here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of April 27th, 2025. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. So this is about giving and taking, giving and receiving. You're having difficulty giving and receiving something. Tell me more about this for Pisces. And you need strength and courage and perseverance to change this or to change this outcome. Tell me more about this for Pisces for the week of April 27, 2025. Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, the Moon, and Justice. Well, I can't do that because if I do that, what happens then? But I want justice. I'm not making fun of you. I don't really have any Pisces in my life, but I have read for many of you, and I do love all of you. So please don't think I'm making fun of you. I'm more or less teasing of you because the feeling I got here was I really want to do blank, right? I'm solid on this. Oh, look at that World card. I'm absolutely certain, very clearly, I want to move in this direction. I want to do this. I want to make this decision, right? But what happens when I do? What happens? What if this person says this? What if this person says this? What if I don't get the job? What if the person says no? What if they don't like me? It's kind of like that feeling. So there are doubts and fears and insecurities that are blocking you from making a decision to do something that you really want to do. Just this energy here. You see it clearly. There's a lesson here you had to learn. Now, I don't know what that lesson is. I'm reading for so many of you. Maybe the lesson is to overcome your doubts, fears, and insecurities. How that resonates for you will be different. To stand up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, to advocate for yourself, to ask for something, to reach out to someone, to reconcile with someone, to Eight of Cup walk away from someone, to Eight of Cup walk towards someone. It's, again, I'm reading for so many of you. The decision you have to make is different. The one thing you all have in common is the what if, the dreaded what if. Even though there's an end result here that you want, you're just afraid to move towards it. I'm afraid to move towards separation. I'm afraid to move towards reconciliation. I'm afraid to, ask for the promotion, but I'm afraid what happens if I don't? Then they'll never even consider me as an applicant. It's that kind of feeling. I really want that job. I know I'd be great at that job, but what if I apply and then they say no, or they require some level of education I don't have? That's the feeling that I'm getting. But your lesson here is to do it. I don't know how that means. Well, how that's going to resonate for you. But whatever this decision is, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I know this is what I want to do, or at least I know this is what I need to do, or this is the fair and balanced way to do this or to address this. That lesson has been learned. You've got that, but you're not actually stepping forward to do it. Does that make sense? It's like if you were in school and you had to take a test tomorrow, and I gave you all of the questions ahead of time. You'd be like, oh, I know all those answers, right? I know it. I could pass that test. If I went to school tomorrow, now I know, I can see the questions now. I know all those answers like the back of my hand. So if I went to school tomorrow, I could pass the test, but then tomorrow comes and you're like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I could pass the test. You start doubting yourself. I don't know. What if I get there and they change some of the questions, or they added in bonus questions and I don't know the answers to the bonus questions? It's like you're talking yourself out of doing something you're supposed to do. And whatever it is that you're supposed to do is different for all of you, but it's a lesson. God, I feel like I just spoke in a big old circle. I hope someone watching understands what I just said. So 6 of Swords, you need to move on. You need to move on from doing nothing. You need to move on from doing nothing, or you need to move on from procrastination, or you need to move on from conflict. You need to move on from something that's emotionally unfulfilling. There's something here you need to move on from and move towards, I'll put it that way, particular situation, environment, or connection. I know I got to leave this and put pentacle energy and effort into moving in this direction, but I'm afraid of what happens when I do it. That's basically the reading in a nutshell. Now, it's going to be different for all of you, but I'd like to get an idea of what you're supposed to leave behind and what you're supposed to walk towards. Let's see if we can do that for you, because I'd hate to just give you a 6-minute reading for the week. So let's clarify this 6 of Swords. What are you supposed to be moving on from? Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. Oh, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, not to 10 of Swords, not taking action on something. You're supposed to move on from not taking action on something that you're supposed to take action on. God, I hope this is making sense. At least one Piscean watching. Tell me more. Please comment below so I know that I'm not going crazy right now. Tell me more about this 6 of Swords. We have the Emperor. You're supposed to take the lead here. Emperor, King of Cups, the Chariot. My word. You're 3 of Swords here. You are supposed to, even if it breaks your heart. I know that sucks. God, I know that sucks. Even if it has the potential of breaking your heart, or you not passing the test, or the person saying no, like it's almost like the result is inconsequential when compared to the lesson. Because you're probably already experiencing this on some level anyway, because you haven't addressed whatever this is. So this is kind of like pull the Band-Aid off moment. It's either healed or it's not healed. But the lesson is to pull the Band-Aid off. Does that make sense? Regardless of the outcome. It's almost like you got to let go of the outcome, because the outcome is irrelevant to the lesson. The lesson is doing what's right, fair, and just for yourself, and moving in a direction instead of sitting stuck and stagnant, or sitting with inner conflict. 5 of Swords precedes the 6 of Swords, which consequently, is just leading you to like a broken heart. So there's something here you have to address, my friend. And again, the result, and I'm not guaranteeing you it's going to be 3 of Swords. It may not. It could be Neptunian, Piscean energy here, the 7 of Cups, and everything is wonderful. But, it could be very dreamy. This is very, this could be very dreamy energies. It doesn't have to be 3 of Swords. This could be all your wishes fulfilled, right? All 7 cups are filled here for this individual. So it's almost like the outcome is irrelevant. The lesson is having the strength and fortitude and perseverance and courage to do it, to just do it, to get your butt in that chariot, Emperor or the Empress, because that's who drives the chariot, and with your heart wide open to take this leap of faith, to address whatever this is, or to apply for that job, or to, I don't know, ask that person out, or to tell that person you want a divorce, like whatever it is. There's something here you haven't been wanting to address because of doubts, fears, and insecurities, even though you wholeheartedly want to address it. This is the week, should you choose to take the assignment. Look at that. It could be 3 of Swords or 3 of Cups. The outcome is irrelevant. The lesson is, are you bold and brave enough to get in the chariot and do it? Speak up, speak out, be that advocate for yourself, whatever this is for you. Tell me about the 8 of Cups. So now I know what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing. Tell me a little bit more here about the 8 of Cups. You're supposed to move on from inaction. 6 of Swords. I got to move on from inaction. I literally have to get in the chariot and go. So what do we have here? Knight of Pentacles. Where are you going? Where are you going? The Hierophant. Whatever this is, it is true to who you are. It's true to your beliefs. So this is the job, right? If this is career and finance, this is a job that you really want. Because in a career and finance reading, the Hierophant is the company or the corporation, the financial institution, that you want to work for. Take it how it resonates for you. So I'm asking what you're supposed to be walking towards. You're supposed to be walking towards what you believe in your heart of hearts is what you want, or who you want, or the final outcome that you want. Like this represents what you want. The job I want, the relationship I want, the person I want, justice to the Hierophant, the divorce I want. Again, take how it resonates to you. It's irrelevant for me as a reader what this is for you. I don't want to be cold and cruel, but it's a collective reading. And Pisces and Virgo and Cancer, the three of you are like the largest collectives on the channel. So I can't really narrow this down for like 20,000 of you. It'd be almost impossible at this point. But there is something here about moving away from stagnation, moving on from stagnation so you can move towards something or someone that you really want. Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. It's time to move forward. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that is consistent in tarot. There's something here about consistently moving forward to plant this seed. I don't know what that means for you. This is the company I want to work at for the duration, but they're not going to hire me if I don't walk towards them. I have to walk away from stagnation, from procrastination. I have to get in that chariot, right? And I have to literally contact this company with my resume. I have to present them with the pentacle. And then they can contemplate whether or not they're accepting my application or my resume. That's their choice. But my lesson here was to move forward and present them with the opportunity to enter this relationship with me, the opportunity to exit this relationship with me, the opportunity to hire me, the opportunity to fire me, the opportunity to give me that promotion, the opportunity not to give me that promotion, the opportunity to be my friends, the opportunity to not be my friend. It's going to be different for all of you, again, but you're supposed to walk away from procrastination and walk towards presenting whomever this is with your pentacle. What they do with it is irrelevant. I know that's terrible. I know you don't want to hear that. And I know that's a burden for you, 10 of Wands, but your lesson here is to do it. So this is standing up for yourself. This is speaking your truth. This is addressing something that's been bothering you for a long time. Just like I said, could be asking someone out on a date. I could be speaking to a Pisces where you want to propose to someone and you've been dragging your butt procrastinating because, oh, what if they say no? That type of thing. So again, what this is different for all of you. The lesson here is just doing it. Just presenting that offer to whomever or opportunity to whomever or whatever this is. Tell me about the Justice card here, and then we're going to wrap this up for you, my friends. Tell me about Justice. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. Time to take the inspired action to do this. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. Let me get one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. And my phone went off. That was my outdoor camera system. So I'm going to take that as a sign, because that's an alert. And I said, it's time for you to take action. And then my phone went off. I don't know if you caught that, if the audio caught it, but yeah, it's time to take action on this. 6 of Wands, time to take action on this. And it went off again when I said that. The Hangman and the King of Pentacles in a very grounded and solid way. Again, 9 of Cups, whatever it is here that you want, or whomever, or the situation, or again, this living environment. I don't know. For some of you, maybe this is a loan. Maybe you need a loan. Maybe you need a home refinancing equity loan or something, and you're afraid to apply because what if your credit score is no good and you don't get approved? Well, how are you going to know if you don't? Contact the financial institution and present them with your information. How are you going to know? And it's almost on, and I know that in the 3D world, you need that yes or no answer, but spiritually, the yes or no is inconsequential. There's something here about you having the courage and conviction to get up and ask for the loan, or file the application, or submit the resume, or ask the person out, or ask the person for a divorce. Like, again, it's a million different things for all of you, but there's something here that your victory comes in seeing this from a different perspective, from a 5D spiritual perspective. That it doesn't really matter what the other entity says or does. It's irrelevant to my mission, or it's irrelevant to my lesson. And that is the truth. And that is the judgment from the divine. For most of you, whatever this is that you're wanting to do, I think this other individual wants to do it too. I'm going to leave it right there. Take all those messages, how they resonate to you, Pisces. Your tarot card for the week of April 27, 2025 is the Strength card. Where do you find your inner strength, and how, my friends, will you use it this week, and will you use it at all? That's what I have for you. If you like this message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.